Well, I'm just trying new equipment here. I thought I'd go live and see how it works. See how many show up, if anybody, this time of night. I'm still up. It's almost midnight. I was going to see how many other people are up. Well, there's Lucia. Hello. I'm surprised anybody else is up this late. How are you doing? I've been busy working on Christmas lights outside and decided I'd come in and just go live for a minute, see if anybody else is up this late. Can you hear me okay? I haven't heard a response. Are you okay? I'm trying to be. You're trying to fix the Christmas mixing bowl. Oh, man. Trying to decide which way to go on this thing. On Amazon. Oh, okay. You're trying to find a Christmas mixing bowl. Is that what it is? Well, I'm glad you're looking for a mixing bowl. You found me. You found me instead. And there's Gladys. Hey, Gladys, what are you doing up this late? Everything is fuzzy? Huh. It looks fine on my end here. Let me see if I can bring it up over here and see what it looks like. It shouldn't be fuzzy. It might be the camera. I don't know. I'm trying to find it over here. Maybe it's the light overhead that's making it fuzzy looking. Well, I'm not finding my live. Where is it? It's a bit fuzzy. Huh. Maybe it's not set correctly. I don't know. I'm just testing out a new computer with a new camera, trying to see how the camera is. I'm not sure how to set camera while I'm on here, though. I don't know if I can. Well, I can't even find my live here. Where am I? Better now? Well, I haven't done anything. No, no toes are going to be shown. So maybe my other camera is better. So I may not get this one. I'm just testing it out. I can't find my live on this. Well, don't know where I'm at. Well, where is it? When I move, it gets fuzzy. Hmm. I can't even find my live here. This is ridiculous. I got the one from Sunday night, last night. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Perfect. You're right, it is fuzzy. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to go back to using my other camera. I'm definitely not going to keep this one if I can't get the camera any clearer than this. But I don't see anywhere I can do anything to it while I'm live. I'll have to mess with it when I'm not live. But that is a bad camera, isn't it? That's not very good at all. Not much better than my other camera. The one that I've been using is better. Hello, Reverend Kelly. I don't know who this my blowed is grown. Yeah, I just put him in timeout. Hello, Reverend Kelly. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, this camera is not any good at all. I don't like it. Do not like it at all because I'm looking at it on my other thing here and it's not very good. Fine, trying to stay warm. What's the temperature where you're at? It's about 48 degrees here, a little bit cooler right now. $19. Ooh, that is cool. Yep, that's pretty cold. Kansas City, northeast of Kansas City. I don't know who Wrexham is. I don't have any idea who you're talking about. Have no idea. It's barely getting down to freezing here. My garden is still growing. I mean, my garden hasn't frozen yet. It hasn't gotten down cold enough yet, but it probably will this coming week. You were watching a Christmas movie when you saw I went live? Yeah, I thought this would be better to go live on than using my other camera because I can look right at the chat and I'm looking right at the camera at the same time, but it's not going to work if the camera's not good. If the camera's going to be all fuzzy, then it's not going to work. When I move, it gets fuzzy. So fuzzy. That sounds good, Reverend Kelly. Beans, ham, cornbread, spinach, fried potatoes. That's my kind of food. That is definitely my kind of food. Yeah, I can't adjust the camera while I'm live. I got to wait till I get off camera. But it looked like it was clear, but I see that it's not. It's not a very good camera at all. Pretty good for the most part. Good to see you again. Well, it's good to see you in chat again. I wish there was a way you could adjust the camera while you're live. That way I can see how it's going to show up to everybody. It's hard to adjust the camera when you're not live because you don't know how it's appearing to everybody. I did change my candle back here. I got rid of my fall decorations and Halloween and I put Christmas up. You see, I got a Christmas candle up behind me now. Try to move over so you can see it. Yeah, I see when I move, it messes up the whole picture. I don't like that. But this is perfect to go live if the camera was just better. I want DS. You want Dennis? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, maybe I can adjust the camera and it'll be better. But I can't do it while I'm live. I have to wait till I'm off. You want some of that turkey soup? Well, I'd glad to give you some. I ate a bowl of it today. It's good. I love turkey soup. I like it with vegetables in it, and I like it the way I fixed it with just, the pasta noodles in it, like turkey noodle soup. I have to move the opposite way to let you see the candle behind me. If I move the way I think I should move, I'm moving right in front of it. Well, how you folks been tonight other than just trying to stay warm? It's a little chilly tonight, but it's not cold. I mean, it's 42 degrees. I see the temperature on the bottom of the screen. It's 42 degrees right now here. Ooh, I'm sleepy. Yeah, I'll have to fix that hue and contrast because it's got to have a better picture than this. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'll mess with it and hopefully I can get it coming in better. I'm kicking cancer, but thank you, God, it's hard to go through alone, I'll tell you. I know I went through a cancer scare about 20 years ago. They diagnosed with me with invasive ductal carcinoma, gave me 3 years to live, did surgery on me, chemo, lost all my hair. Oh, I tell you, my immune system was shot. I had no immune system. I couldn't go out in public. And just to find out I never had cancer. When I went in for my 5 or 6 weeks checkup with my surgeon after the surgery, she took me in her office and she said, "We got to talk." She said, "You don't have cancer." She said the technician that tested the tissue that was removed said there was no cancer there whatsoever. He tested, retested, and retested and retested because he kept thinking he missed something. But he said, no, he said, "You don't have cancer." It was fibrocystic cyst is what it was. And that's what I told him it was, and they didn't believe me. So the person that did the biopsy either got records mixed up and gave me the results of somebody else, and they got my results, or something, because something went wrong because I didn't have cancer. And I'm still here, and they only gave me 3 years to live, and it's like 20 years later. I'm still here with no cancer. I know it was awful to go through that. I mean, all of my hair didn't come back. My hair was extremely thick, and only about half of my hair came back. And I've still got plenty of hair, but it's the baby fine hair that came back. It's not all the good strong hair that was there before. But I thank God for the hair that I did have that came back. I know it's terrible, Reverend Kelly. Chemotherapy is terrible. I don't wish any of that on anybody. I said today, they argue with me. Well, we don't know. We don't know. We just know what the results showed. And I said, well, I don't know if I had it or not. I don't think I did. But if I did, God cured me, and I'm fine now. So I let it go at that. But it took me years to build up my immune system, taking tons of vitamins to build my system back up so I could go out in public without getting sick. During that time, I had to wait till late at night to go to Walmart to buy groceries when there was nobody in the store, basically. Because if I went during the day when there was a bunch of people there, it made me sick. If anybody had anything at all, I caught it. And I didn't go to church. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home. The only time I went anywhere was to go to the grocery store. And like I said, I waited till late at night to go when no one was in the store but me, basically, and a few workers. Yeah, we pray for Reverend Kelly that you'll get okay. Because I can imagine what you're going through. Been there, done that. Let me close out this other one. Have to put it on no notifications or you're going to hear all kind of bells and whistles going off. Yeah, I hate to hear that anybody's going through chemo. And there's Country Cutie. Hello. How are you doing this evening, this late at night? Yeah, I know we're all up late. It's 12:11 a.m. right now, and I'm up. I'm really not sleepy, even though I was yawning just a minute ago. I'm yawning now, but I didn't start yawning until just now when I started talking to everybody. Somebody must be yawning out there and it's rubbing off on me. You can't sleep, Country Cutie. I know, I've got many a nights like that. And Reverend Kelly said he can't sleep either. Where am I at? I'm home. I'm where I'm always at. I'm at home. I've been working on Christmas lights most of the evening. And thought I'd come in here and try out this new camera, but it doesn't have a good picture. I'm in Granbury, Texas. Granb is in boy, Ury. Some people mistake it for Grand Prairie, but it's Granbury. I'm way south of Grand Prairie. I ate a piece of pumpkin pie a little while ago, y'all. I've got 10 still with me. Can y'all see it? Am I still there? Are y'all still there? Can you hear me? Am I still live or what's going on? Somebody type something in. I know, but is the picture clear? It was all fuzzy before. We can hear you. It's not buffering now. I don't know why it was doing that before. But the camera's still not very good. My other camera's better than this. Still a delay too. I can tell. There's a big delay. Still a little blurry, but not frozen. Yeah, it's not going to work. I mean, the other camera works a lot better than this. Your phone is tired. Well, actually, it's a laptop. I'm using the camera off of a laptop. I thought it would work better than the camera, but the camera phone is better. I mean, the phone camera is better than the one on the laptop. Yeah, it's working, but not like it should. So I think I'll go back to doing the way I was doing before until I can get a lot better camera. I wish I could adjust the camera while I was on here, but I don't see any way that I can get to the camera settings while I'm on live. Hello from Northeast Arkansas. No, we're not cold enough to get snow here. It's 42 degrees right now at what, 12, almost 12:30 a.m. I don't think we will. Temps are too warm. I think it's going to be warm. Yeah, it looks like it. Some people told me that they had not predicted a hard freeze for us for the whole winter. It's supposed to get down to about freezing and no lower. It may not even get cold enough, long enough to freeze my garden. Wouldn't that be awesome? I wouldn't have to replant. My stuff is already planted. If it doesn't freeze my tomatoes or my peppers or any of my, my hot loving plants, then they'll start growing again when the weather warms up in the spring. That'll be the first year that would ever happen to me, because it seemed like we always got at least one hard freeze before the weather warmed up, just long enough to kill my plants. You hate winter, so you're happy with that. My water doesn't freeze. I mean, my pipes are under the house. The ones that go out away from the house are underground, and my water meter is basically underground. So it doesn't freeze anymore usually. And if we do have a hard freeze, I'll leave my spigot running just a tiny bit. And I haven't had my water freeze. Years ago it did, but more of the pipe was above ground and it would freeze. I even had my water meter to freeze one time. But that was the one and only time the whole 40 some odd years I've lived here that happened. S. Devendra. I'm doing fine. I should be in my bed asleep right now, but I'm up talking to everybody. Well, thank you, Tamara Douglas. She probably left. She gave up. She was, it kept spinning and buffering, and the picture was fuzzy, and she said that was not going to work for her. So she may have left. I've got 17 here watching, so I don't know. But I think Gladys may have gave up. I've been so busy doing stuff that I wanted to test out this new camera. Because like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. I was going to test it out, see how it worked. And if it worked better than what I already had, I might keep it. If not, I'm not. I'm going to send it back. Yeah, I think Gladys probably left. How's it going with the next door construction? Well, it looks like they're basically I can't even talk. They're basically working on the inside of the house now, finishing up the inside. And they haven't started doing the yard yet, the landscaping or whatever they're going to do to the yard yet. They're still working on the inside of the house. They have not put up a fence or anything yet, so I'm waiting to see if, that's going to happen. But you know what? They put brick on the front of the house. They ended up painting it all white. They painted the whole house white, and then they finally came in and painted all the brick white. Well, they still got junk over there, but they're not putting any more than what's there already. They need to start cleaning it up. Well, the realtor told me, or they had mentioned that they put brick on the front of the house. And then they were going to put a privacy fence up all the way to it met the front of the house. So people passing by on the street would think the whole house was brick when it wasn't. It was just the face of it. But evidently they didn't like the way it looked because they ended up painting all the brick white. So now the whole house is white, brick and all. But I thought that was a waste of a good brick, to put brick on there and then paint the brick. It's a weird house, if you ask me, because the front door is inset into the house. It's like the front door is in the middle of the house, but it's inset like you go like in a hallway to get to the front door. I've never seen a house built like that before. I don't know what the purpose of that is. It's like they don't want anybody to see them if they come out the front door or go in the door. But, you know, they're going to eventually see you when you come out the front of the house. You got to come out of that hallway to get to your automobile or wherever you're going. I thought it was kind of silly. It's like they not sure what they want to do, I think. I don't know. But the house is pretty much taking up the whole lot. I mean, they got a small backyard. They got a very small front yard. Basically, when they put a driveway in, it's going to take up most of the front yard. That's a nice country, cutie. You don't have anybody breathing down your neck beside you right there. Yeah, we got people, these construction companies are coming in and the real estate people are coming in, buying up all the lots they can buy up out here. And they're building homes and then turning around and putting them up for sale. That's how they make their living, is they build homes, sell them, and make a profit off of them. So they don't care, you know, about the house, where it is or what size lot it's on. As long as it's on a yard and it gets built and they can sell it. Deer come up to my door, my Ring camera comes on. That's neat. I know in North Carolina, where my mom's house was, just at the edge of town, and I have property out there too, she can sit on her back doorstep and the deer come all up in her backyard. They get in her garden. And I told her, I said, Mom, you need to learn how to shoot a gun. I said, you could shoot a deer just sitting here. But she never do that. She's not a person that would ever want to even learn how to shoot a gun, much less shoot a deer. But they gave her a fit because she couldn't keep them out of her garden. She'd have them, my brothers fence the garden in, and they jumped the fence. And I said, well, the only way you're going to keep the deer out is to fence it in and then put a top over the whole fenced in area, so the deer can't jump in the garden. Because, you know, deer can jump pretty high. I would, but cleaning it is more trouble than it's worth. Well, my son said he didn't even go hunting this year yet. He's got a lot of deer that come up on his, back behind his house. He's got trail cameras out there, and he showed me videos that the camera takes on his computer, and there was 8 of them at one of the feeders at one time. I've never had to clean a deer after it was killed. When I was still married, my ex-husband, he used to clean the deer, gut it, cut it up, get it right ready to put in the pan, and then he would give it to me, or he'd end up putting it in the freezer. And then, of course, I'd take out what we needed later on and cook it. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night too. Like I said, I was testing this out. I wanted to see how it worked so I could make a decision if I wanted to keep it or not. I don't think I'm going to, not unless I can get it to work a lot better than it has, because this is not a good deal here. So y'all have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Love y'all. See you next time. Figure out how to end the stream. There you go.